Hey, I hope you guys are having a great day today. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys aren't already, make sure to go follow BC Archives on Instagram. I would really appreciate it, and make sure to go hit that subscribe button. So I am doing this video today because the last video I did on best and worst sneaker bots of 2020 did super well. It's over 30,000 views already. I really appreciate that. It shows me that you guys really liked that video and it helped you out a lot. The bad news about that video is it's already outdated. So a lot of those bots that I went over aren't doing good now, or they're doing even way better than I said they were. So I'm gonna go over all of the new list of bots I have. Basically, they're doing super well right now. Bots that aren't doing well. So this is gonna be another basically part 2 video. I'm gonna switch the title of that video to like an earlier section, and then this is probably gonna be like a fall winter 2020 video. So I am doing one-on-ones too with most of these bots. I know pretty well, so I can help you guys out. I do charge 50 an hour or 30 for 30 minutes. So just DM our Instagram if you guys are interested in that, but I can go over pretty much all these bots with you, help you set up, help answer questions about proxies, all that certain stuff. So just send us a DM if you're interested in that. So how I'm gonna organize this video is I'm gonna go by price like I did the first time. I think that's a really good way to kind of organize the bots. Just because you guys, I know some of you guys wanna spend more, some of you guys wanna spend less. So I don't know what you guys are really like your price range on bots. So this will kind of help break it down for you. So I'm gonna put the certain bots in the description at the time. So if you guys are here just for a certain bot or 2 bots, just skip to that time so you guys don't have to hear me go over all of these different bots. But I am going from lowest price up to highest price. So it's not on success, it's not on how well I like the bots. Some of the bots that are lower I like more than the even more expensive ones. So I'm just going in that order. Also, if you guys don't see the bot that you're looking to buy or you're interested in this video, it doesn't mean that it's a bad bot. It just means that I don't know enough about it and I'm not gonna go over it. There's a few bots that I decided to leave out on this list. I made a huge list of bots to go over and I kind of eliminated some. I don't want this to be like a super long video, and I want to really help you guys out with advice, and I don't want to go over bots that I don't know too well. So if it's a bot that I did not go over, you guys do your own research on it. I have nothing really to say about it because I do not know it super well. Up first, it's going to be the same bot that I started out with on the last video. It is going to be Dashe. So Dashe or Dashe or whatever you want to call it, it is not a good bot still. I don't recommend it. It's at about a $90 to $100 price range. It's still not a good bot. It's a Shopify bot, and that's what their hunter, their admin, their tailors it to is Shopify. It does not do very well at all. I haven't had any success on Dashe. I know some of you guys have. In the comment section last video, some of you guys were really going hard at me saying Dashe was a good bot. Some of you guys were defending me saying Dashe was terrible, but still my opinions haven't changed on Dashe. Dashe is not a good bot. Shopify is super hard to bot, and Dashe is already not a good bot. They don't do good together. Shopify is like the hardest to bot other than Nike, and Dashe is not the move if you're looking to start botting. So second up on this list, we're jumping up from $100 Dashe point up to $400, and that is for F3. So F3 is still sitting at about 400 bucks. It's kind of where it was. It hasn't altered a lot. F3 is basically mainly a Supreme bot. I know they're trying to add other stuff in, but Supreme is like their main focus. And F3 last season was doing decently well on Supreme in the beginning of the season, but F3 has not been doing well recently. So I wouldn't really recommend F3. If you guys do only have a certain amount of money though that you're wanting to spend on a bot, F3 is one to look into. It's not a great bot. It doesn't have really good success, but I could see for sure in the future their admins pushing updates, because they did do very well at that when an update was needed. They do push that update. So I could see them coming back essentially into Supreme. So if you do want to take a risk on F3, it's not a bad bot to look at, but I do not recommend it as of now. Third up on the list, guys, is going to be Phantom. Okay, so I had a lot to say about Phantom in the video a few months ago. My opinions have changed a little bit on Phantom. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. So I did purchase Phantom at about $700 or so, and that was probably 5 months ago, 4 months ago, somewhere around that. I did get quite a few shoes on Phantom. Like, I made my money well back, and then I actually sold it for more than what I paid. I made like $100 when I sold it, and then I copped a lot of actually sneakers on Phantom. They did really good on Yeezy Supply, so I think Yeezy Supply was Phantom's strong suit. If you're looking for a good Yeezy Supply bot, Phantom is a good one to look at. Phantom though, I'm just gonna warn you guys, Phantom takes a lot of work. Mainly why I say that is because of their cookie harvesting and generations. I don't know if they're changing that right now, because there was a lot of talk about them adding just auto cookie generators into the bot. But that was one thing that like really disappointed me, was you had to go in the night before and you had to generate cookies, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't like you just click a button and let it sit there. Generating cookies was a pain in the butt. It was just like a super complicated process that didn't always work right. I remember trying to get cookies for Finish Line was just such a hassle, and it didn't do too well on foot sites. So Phantom, I think I got like a few pairs of shoes off Phantom on foot sites, but it wasn't a great bot for that. And I know I told you guys to go get that bot because it was doing super good, but I take back what I said, and I wouldn't go buy Phantom if you guys are looking for like a beginning bot to start. It's about 900 bucks right now, so it hasn't changed a lot in price, but they're kind of sloppy too, the way that they do things. Their admins will be totally unprepared for a drop. Like, they won't have enough cookies generated for you if there is an auto generator. It's just like a complicated bot to use. So I'm not saying like super bad things about Phantom, and I think they do have potential to do super well in the future, but not if they keep up the same stuff that they've been doing. I think they need to put a lot more work into the bot. It's too all over the place. You can never really count on it. It's not a bot that you can, sit down and 100% say you're going to actually get something, because it changes all the time with Phantom. So Velox. Velox is a super good bot right now, and it has jumped in price a lot. It's sitting at about $1,000. I remember when we purchased it last time, like I want to say 6 months ago at the beginning of the spring summer season 2020 for Supreme. It's a really good bot though for the price. It destroyed on Supreme actually week 1. It's definitely up there with Mech. It's one of the top Supreme bots, and they are adding other sites as well. I think they've added some like Target and some other sites like that. So I could see Velox doing super good and actually exploding in price down the future, as we've seen some of these bots that I'm going to talk about, how they've just jumped in price. I think Velox could be one of those. So if you want a really good Supreme bot, Velox, totally check it out. Really good bot for Supreme. Next up is going to be Splashforce. So Splashforce, this was included in the last video I did. Still, I recommend Splashforce. So Splashforce does extremely well on Yeezy Supply and Adidas. Splashforce is at about $1,100 to $1,200 right now, and I definitely recommend it if you guys are really wanting to like get Yeezys and stuff that Adidas drops and Yeezy Supply drops, some of those exclusives. 700s are coming out soon, the blue colorway, those are sweet. And Splashforce is definitely doing super good right now. They always have been on Yeezy Supply and Adidas. I've saved like they're honestly the king of those websites. So if you guys are looking for strictly a bot for those sites, definitely check out Splashforce for $1,200 to $1,300. Like, if you guys have one good drop, you'll make your money back. So definitely check out Splashforce if you guys do want to buy Yeezy Supply and Adidas. Project Destroyer is the next one on my list. It's sitting at about $1,300 right now. Keep in mind, guys, these prices change all the time. So if you guys are even watching this video a month or two down the future, it could be a little bit altered. But PD, such a good bot right now. It's remaining steady. So I'd say they haven't like progressed a ton in how much they've been like updating and everything, but they're still doing really good. So I compared PD to Phantom last video. I would say PD is a better bot than Phantom though right now. PD does good on all across the board a little bit. So they focus on a lot of different websites. They don't put their focus in like certain websites to do really good on. They have pretty good success just overall. So I'd look, if you guys are looking for like an all-in-one bot to work on most websites, I would check out PD, because for 1,300 bucks, that's a pretty good price, especially if you guys are starting out too. It's a little bit more of a complicated bot. There's a little bit more like features inside of it and stuff, but I would say it's a good bot to learn on and learn kind of what the different stuff means. So I definitely recommend PD if you're just looking for an all-in-one bot to use across the board. Next up is going to be Sole. So Sole AIO is sitting at about 1,500 right now. Sole is a really good all-around bot as well. So they have been declining in price a little bit. I think they were at like 17 or 1,800. Now they're at about 15. So I wouldn't go buy Sole right now just because it's on like a downslope. And whenever a bot starts declining, you kind of want to be careful just because usually bots tend to go up. When they go down, it means that they're having problems. But one thing Sole is super good at is Adidas. So Adidas, one of their admins like works for Adidas or knows a bunch about Adidas or something like that. So they have like inside knowledge on Adidas. But I would say like a bot just to be good on Adidas isn't really worth it to go in and pay $1,500 for a bot, in my opinion. I would rather go with like Splashforce or something like that. So Sole, it's a decent bot, but not one that I would recommend getting right now. Mech. So Mech, I'm super excited to talk about because I've been a huge like Mech fan from the beginning. When we bought Mech, it was at $600. Now Mech's at about $1,600. So Mech right now is strictly only works on Supreme, right? But they're inviting like lifetime members into their AIO into like beta testing. So they're beta testing a bunch of different websites. And from what I have seen that are having pretty good success on it. So I think it's one of those bots that's going to continue to jump. If you guys are looking to a bot even to invest in, and you even don't want to like go into Supreme or whatever, Mech is one of those that I think is going to go like really high, and I think they're going to do super good because I'm guessing that they're going to come out with an all-in-one, and it's going to do really good. Right now they just focus on Supreme, and they're the best at Supreme too. Nobody comes close to Mech. I would say Velox is the only other one that does as well as Mech does on Supreme. Not even as well, but close to Mech. But Mech is just such a good bot. Like they always update, their admins are always on point. I love Mech. I love being a part of Mech. Mech is one of my all-time favorite bots. So I highly recommend it if you guys want to get into Supreme or investing in bots. Balko is still on my list, guys. So Balko, I did part of the old video, and it is also part of this new video. Balko has still remained about the same price-wise. It's about $1,800 right now. And Balko is still, I would say, the king of Shopify. So Balko does super good on most all Shopify sites. Shopify though is like a super hard thing to bot. I would say it's been like my struggle personally, and I struggle with botting Shopify as well as sneakers, of course. I think everybody struggles with sneakers, but Shopify can just be super difficult to bot. If you guys are looking to bot Shopify though, some of those like higher end releases, Dunk sometimes are on Shopify, Fear of God stuff's on Shopify too. Balko is definitely the bot that you're going to want to look at. It's going to give you your best chances of copying on Shopify. It's definitely a solid bot. It's remained steady on price. They haven't really jumped, haven't really declined, but they're still doing good on Shopify. Next on my list is gonna be Tohru. So I'm super excited about Tohru. This is kind of a newer bot. It's not new, but it's newer in the bot community. Tohru, I remember when it was like $300. Now it's at like $2,200, $2,300, which is crazy to me. Tohru has like really been an up and coming bot. I think they're on the up like hill side of things, and I think they're going to increase as well. My buddy just got Tohru, so I'm definitely going to be providing you guys like with live cops and stuff from Tohru. I'll let you guys know my honest opinions on how I like it. We did just get it, so I don't know a ton about it yet. But they do have really good success on Supreme, foot sites, and some other websites as well, but those are like their main two. They have Yeezy Supply offered as well. So I think their admins do a really good job of updating as well and keeping the bot up to date with certain websites. But I've seen Tohru just like wipe foot sites for certain drops. They do extremely well, so definitely look at getting Tohru if you want a bot for foot sites, Supreme, and Yeezy Supply. Next up is going to be Prism AIO. So Prism, super up and coming bot right now as well. They do really good on foot sites, Finish Line, and Yeezy Supply. Users that have been like actually running on Prism have had like really good mass success. I've never owned Prism. I don't really know anybody who does own Prism, so I can't sit here and say too much about it, but it is a really good bot, and I did have to include it on the list. Next on my list is going to be Polaris. So Polaris and Prism are going to be pretty similar. Polaris does extremely well on Yeezy Supply though. Like, they've been killing Yeezy Supply. They've been doing even better than Splashforce in some areas. So Polaris is definitely going to be one of those bots that I can see hitting like 4 or 5K here soon. Polaris is a excellent bot to go get right now. I would recommend Polaris over Prism, honestly. Like, it's a little bit more money, but I think it's definitely worth it. But they're just like killing it right now. I also got to add in their logo is so cool. Like, I think they have the best logo, honestly, like out of all bots right now. I just think the Polaris logo is awesome. Next up, I do have to add in on the list Ganesh. So Ganesh bot is going absolutely insane right now. I remember when Ganesh was like 1K and then it jumped to 2, and now it is already at $4,000 for Ganesh bot. Ganesh cannot be purchased on bot broker, so you do have to go to like Botmart or a secured like private seller or something to get Ganesh. Ganesh is a very, very like complicated bot from what I've seen. I've never personally used it, but they are absolutely killing it right now, like on all websites. I think it's one of those bots that's gonna like turn private, or it's gonna go like super high, like one of the Cyber Kodai or something like that. Ganesh though, basically when you're running, it pulls up like a script and you have to put in a bunch of stuff, so it is a super complicated bot. It's like one of those ones that you do off-site from the bot, if that makes sense. But it is a really good bot to look at right now. If you guys are already into botting, I wouldn't recommend if you're a beginner going right into Ganesh, because it's going to be probably one of the most complicated bots to use. So guys, I have 3 bots left on my list. These are my top 3 bots probably that I'm looking at purchasing right now, and they are the top 3 in price as well. So Wrath coming in at like the 3rd spot. It's at about $5,000 right now, give or take a little bit. Wrath is so insane. I want Wrath so bad. Their layout is absolutely incredible in the bot. It's one of the best layouts I've ever seen in a bot. It looks beautiful. It keeps track of how much you've spent. It shows all the websites. So they have actually been destroying foot sites. They've been destroying Yeezy Supply. One of the top bots right now. Wrath has gone up absolutely like the quickest. The incline in price has been insane. It went from like 2,000 to 25 to 3 up to 4, and now it's already at 5 and pushing like 5.5. It just keeps rising. So if you guys are looking to buy Wrath, just go buy it now. It's 100% going to go up. I don't see them stopping anytime soon. Wrath though, like, huge shout out to them. They just have a wonderful product. It's such an amazing bot and has such good success for people that run on like foot sites and Finish Line. This is your bot 100%, along with a few other that I still have to mention. But Wrath, like, I've seen people get huge bulk orders. Like, I'm talking 150, 200 pairs plus on one website. Like, they just have been going nuts recently. Next up is going to be Cybersole. So Cybersole still completely on my list, 100%. That will never go off. I love Cybersole, so I still have Cybersole. It is pushing about 51 to 5,200 right now for renewal copy. It is still one of the top bots. They still haven't lost their clout. They still, I would say, is one of the highest in the botting community. I would say only really one other bot has top Cyber right now, but Cyber is just still killing things. They still continue to do such a good job. You get your release guides on time. They have really good success. I would say though, the Cyber, apart from some of these other bots like Wrath and some of the other bots that I talked about before, Cyber focuses on different websites rather than really going into just a couple, which I kind of wish Cyber would focus on certain websites more. But Cyber wants to be all around the best. They still have not included Yeezy Supply as a site, which I can't wait for, because I think it is coming in Cyber 5.0. Whenever that does end up coming, I think we're going to see Yeezy Supply actually hit Cyber. But Cyber's been good on Shopify. Cyber's been steady on foot sites. Cyber's been okay on Supreme. They haven't been killing anything, but they've been doing decent on everything. So I would say I'm still really happy to own Cyber. I made my money back completely. and it's actually going for a lot more than what we paid. I think we paid like 42 or something, so it has declined in price. But yeah, on to the next bot. The last bot that I have on my list, you guys probably know it's the most expensive bot right now, and it is a bot that I want the absolute most. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this bot yet, but I'm going to get it one way or another. It is Kodai. So Kodai, words can't even describe Kodai because they have made such like a strive for just being the best bot. I know like their developers and everything in there, they work like extremely hard. Like they're all on really like timed schedules, and they push updates before the drop. They have absolutely been murdering foot sites and Finish Line. I think they're the king of those websites right now. They're better than Wrap, they're better than Cyber when it comes to those certain websites. Users that are like running Kodai right now on those websites are just demolishing. Like they're getting whatever they want. If they want 100 pairs of some Jordan 1s coming out, like they're gonna get it on Kodai. And it's just such an incredible bot right now. That's what they really do good on. That's my favorite thing to bot, as well as foot sites. So that's why I want this bot so bad, because foot sites is really fun websites to bot. If you're East Bay, your Champs, your Foot Locker, they're so much fun to bot because the drops last like an hour long, and there's restocks as well the next days. But Kodai's pushing $7,000 right now, which is absolutely insane. Like they're, I think 65 about right now, but they're gonna be at 7 soon. So it's one of the most expensive bots you can buy right now, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing it here soon. Make sure you guys are following our Instagram at BC Archives, and make sure you guys go hit that subscribe button for any future like live cops. I do a series on the channel called Best Sneakers to Invest In, where I literally pick a few sneakers whenever the time's right. It's not at any certain time that I'm going to be buying, and that I encourage you guys to buy too, because you will make money on these. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all of you guys watching. Bye.